30 seconds where people can actually join us live before we actually start broadcasting on Facebook and YouTube.
That's a cool countdown clock. Who's
Isn't
countdown
it?
clock? Whose
Is
this one? Is this one you've made?
No, this is part of Be Live now.
Is it? Oh, is it already in the?
Yep, it's a widget. You just go into widgets and it pops
cool.
up.
I
It's
haven't,
cool.
I haven't used Be Live for a while, so
The clever thing is it just disappears. Yeah,
that's cool. That's
and
cool.
Hello, everybody. This is broadcasting to our community and with myself and Fonz. Hello, Fonz.
Hi.
Right. Okay. Thank you for joining us. And we say hello to Corinda.
Another week's gone by. Another show.
Oh, time flies. It really does.
Corinda.
And Corinda is saying, "I'm watching on the news. Is watching the news on live streaming."
Yeah.
I
try and avoid the news these days.
I hope you're not watching our Prime Minister, Corinda, because if I lived in Liverpool now, I would be, what's the word I'm looking for? Miffed.
Confused.
Well, miffed and confused, because they.
Well, I've got a bit of confusion because something's happened to my glasses, and I don't know what's happened to them. They've all turned white.
Wow. Yeah, in Liverpool they're on lockdown now. I mean, the pubs have got to close.
Oh.
And
it's going to be a hard day's night for them.
It is. It's without time limit too, which is, you know, I mean, the rumours were to actually it's been asked for 6 months. So imagine 6 months of not being able to go down the pub.
Don't know. There's be some very angry people in Liverpool, isn't there?
Yeah. Businesses are just might as well close the doors.
Yeah, there's a lot even general. There's a lot of pubs disappearing, isn't there? They're going to close the doors and not reopen.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a brewery in town, Wadworth Brewery, and they own most of the pubs in the area, and they've not reopened them all yet. Yeah, so basically they've said, right, okay, that's not making any money. We won't open it.
Yeah? That's
so you're getting a great shake.
Well, some people have been talking. I've noticed that this spike happened again. It wasn't when the pubs are open. It's when all the kids went back to school.
Yep.
They're ill. So is it young people spreading it from young person to young person? Because they've got a high immune system.
Yeah.
Most young people, unless they've got illnesses, of course, generally speaking, young people got a high immune system, so they're probably carriers passing it around and to people with weak immune systems.
That's right. I mean, they pass it to the parents pass it to the grandparents.
Yeah.
And the chain is there. Now, basically, the people doing hate crime on live streaming and hacking cameras. Right. Okay. That's further to what Brenda told us earlier.
That's not good news as well.
No. And Zoom now got Zoom bombing. Don't know what that means. Well, bombing is, in a social media sense, is when people actually get to. It's like a mob event.
Yeah.
And they go and basically disrupt the live video that's taking place.
And completely like wreck it with comments and stuff, like stupid suggestions. I don't know. He's talking about hate crimes and all that. In recent months, I've had, I don't know if it's to do with this corona or what's happening in the way people are. I have had a lot of people saying very hurtful, nasty things about stuff that I've, my work and things that I've done. And it does even when you're an adult, when you're a kid being bullied in school, it does hurt. But even as an adult, it still hurts. And it's just gone to the extreme just recently. So I don't know if it's connected to all that. But all you can do is move on from it.
We're all living under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. And
my best advice is what I've done is just step away from those individuals, and because you don't know what's going on. Like you're just saying, you don't know what's going on.
Another update about the Zoom situation. Corinda saying yes, so every country is now trying to get the FBI involved.
The FBI?
Well, yeah. Did you say that?
Yeah,
I did.
FBI.
Yeah.
Was
And
that
in relation
Facebook involved?
Yeah, I hope so, Corinda, is all I can say. And over to Kelly. And Kelly is saying, hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving, Kelly, and everybody in Canada, especially
Definitely.
Sarnia, Ontario.
And I've got to thank him for making me aware of a technical difficulty on the website that he pointed out. Well, I wouldn't have known, well, nobody would have known about. Thanks to him, it's fixed and working. So it's good to have people like that letting us know.
Is. Yeah.
So thanks for that.
Well, you were able to find a solution to it.
Yeah. Well, until he told me, wouldn't even know there was a problem. So it's good to be told.
No, that's true. I mean, we both checked on our phones, but it's because we don't have every piece of hardware. All right, okay. And Kelly's saying Zoom bombing is unwanted disruptive intrusion, generally by internet trolls into a video conference call. Thank you, Kelly, for the definition. Yeah, I mean, I've not used Zoom for a long time.
Funny thing is, you talk about Zooms. When you talk Zoom, because it's a chat thing, but back in the radio days, this is what I used to use for interviews. This is Zoom. Oh, right. So every time somebody says Zoom, I don't think of Zoom as in chat room. I just think, oh, it's one of them recorders. But these are really cool. These are really.
Yeah, no, that's one of the good things, Kelly. Kelly's saying, just like on Twitch, we can't go to Twitch at the moment, so we're not suffered that. But when we do the show on Wednesdays from Repurpose, then we get the odd strange comment, and we've got to switch the broadcast off.
Is there no way of deleting the comments or just ignoring them?
Well, you're broadcasting live, so you can't actually do anything. You don't have to show them on screen.
Yeah.
And you can block people after the live show, but it's very difficult to actually do it during the live show, because otherwise your attention goes off and you go off wandering and doing things. Wow. I mean, I just watched, did the show earlier with Nick Wood, and we play 4 YouTube videos created by people using BeLive. And my friend Matt was the 4th one. He's a sports coach, well, not a coach, physiotherapist in Brighton, and he does a regular show and interviews, because he's well connected, interviews people who work in his sphere from around the globe. And he spent the first 4 minutes of the show not distracted. He was totally, he didn't stop talking, but he had to plug his portable in, otherwise it would have lost power. And he's talking all the way through it as he's actually looking here, there, and everywhere, and so
that's good.
Can
multitask.
He definitely can multitask. Go over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, "Can't believe I've codes like when you log in, they're different codes like StreamYard can be live do the same." Well, we don't have any problems with people actually coming into the studio, because it's very rare these days to actually put the code out. So the thing about I love is the fact that all systems are different and they don't copy each other. So I've no knowledge of what happens on StreamYard. So I'll take that under advisement, as they say. Yeah. Okay.
Have you ever used StreamYard?
Oh yeah, back in the early days, when it first started, I had a look around, but I haven't been there for 2 years now.
Yeah, things. Yes, I mean things probably changed.
Oh yeah,
a lot since then.
Oh yeah,
it shows you how things progress, though. That's a good sign that things do change.
Progress. Oh, true. I mean, I broadcast obviously on BeLive, basically because the employment, but I also broadcast on Restream. And Restream's coming along leaps and bounds. It's 10 people on screen, up to 30 different destinations, simulcasting.
Yeah.
There are things it doesn't have at the moment, which it needs to have to be actually considered sort of comparable. But it is heading the right way. And over to Corinda again. Corinda, thank you for the comments. I used to use StreamYard, but now he uses BeLive a lot more.
Yeah.
Well done, Corinda. Good. Okay. All right, I hit the button twice then.
Oh, he has put something else up. What is the, I don't know, TOS on
terms of service?
Oh, right, yeah. At least somebody knows.
What are the terms? What are the terms of service on Restream? They're the same as on BeLive and StreamYard and Zoom. There's no, unless you know some peculiarity of the terms, Corinda. I think we can accept that they need the same access rights to Facebook and YouTube as BeLive does. Again, if things change, yeah.
God, Kelly's saying about MSN. God, I remember MSN.
Right. Okay.
That's some years ago. Do you remember MSN?
Oh yeah, yeah. Microsoft.
Wow, that's like back in the day.
It is 95.
Yeah. And what else was it? MySpace. Do you remember MySpace?
Yep. Yeah.
That was like the day's version of Facebook, wasn't it?
Right. It was. It was. And Kelly's saying I used to use MSN and ICQ. You've got to be careful because we've got the audio coming from this. So I used to use MSN and ICQ chat rooms. And okay, we got caught up on the comments. No, that brings us to another thing. Have you used Facebook rooms?
No, I haven't worked out what a Facebook room is yet. So maybe you can tell me.
Basically, it's the ability to invite people to video chat.
Yeah.
With the added feature that you can actually go live on Facebook whilst talking.
Right. So the whole world can see you, or all your friends can see you chat.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like a step back from BeLive because there's none of the wizardry that we have. It's just people chatting.
Just chatting. There's no,
it's just talking heads. There's no variation. There's no screen share. There's no.
Yeah.
So he's finding it difficult to catch on.
Yeah. Well, it's the same, like my colouring, where my film colouring software, I was given early access on it to colour films. It's a university project that's happening, to try and basically colour films and photos the best way possible. Mm-hmm. And the software that I use gives you a choice of colours, or if you've got a similar picture, say you've got a photo, it's a TV program, say Blue Peter, and you've actually got a photo from that episode that's in colour, you can scan the photo and it will pick out the colours and put the right colours where it should go because it recognises them. And it's great software. But there's been some same things like BeLive, you get StreamYard. There's some other people picked up on the idea of using this software, and sort of like a conjuring trick for them. And I've noticed popping up everywhere, especially in my local newspaper. They're given an option where you can colour your old photos, and the colouring software that they use only colours what it thinks it should be, so you can't match it. And it's not as to me. It's just like it's just like you were saying about Facebook chats, not as good as BeLive and that. And it's the same thing. It's just like a little conjuring trick, like to just get people to come to it, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you can do this, but we don't. And I'd rather have the full thing. I wouldn't want to colour a photo. It's okay. Sometimes I have to guess what the colours are, and it does give you options of what they could be, and you can do the best that you can. And but to be told that's what we think the colours is, and full well you've got to say a woman standing there in a green jacket, and they've coloured it brown, and you think, I just wish I could change it to brown. So to me, it don't work to me.
Yeah, it's a pale imitation of the software that you're using. I think that's where you're quite right. That's where Facebook rooms are.
Yeah,
they're trying to be broadcasting software. But if you start off with conferencing software, then try to make it broadcasting software, doesn't always work. And we've got additional pros watching.
You just said exactly what I said, but in a shorter way. I went a long way about it.
All about telling stories. Can't be live. Have codes like when you. All right. Okay.
Can we have that one?
We've done that one. Okay. And Corinda's saying he remembers MRIC, and
I don't know what that is. Oh, sorry, my dogs are barking.
IRC is Internet Relay Chat, and basically this is back in the day of bulletin boards, before the internet was invented, as we know it, before browsers, before.
Is this like dial-up?
It was dial-up back in those days with the 2400 modem. It's still going. Internet Relay Chat is still going. Breaking news: disability hate crime, rise in reports of online abuse. This is what we were talking about. That because we're in a situation that we are, people's tempers are fraying.
Yeah. It seems to be that a lot of people that people that I know, that I've known for a long while, are so angry about little things, and you got to step back sometimes. And I think it's with what's happening. I think it's really affecting people in a big way, and I think a lot of them mentally as well. But they probably never suffered from mental health, so don't understand what's actually happening.
Right. Okay. Shall we switch over and do a quiz?
Yeah. Let's have some. Let's forget the bad stuff. Let's have some.
No, you can't forget the bad stuff. Bad stuff doesn't go away. But what you can do is block it for the next 20 minutes.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Let's shut it off for a bit.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen as we go to Trivia Plaza.
Which quiz is it this week? Is it guess the name still?
Guess the names. Shall we play another guess the names, because we enjoyed it last week?
No, definitely. Yeah.
And then we'll switch it over next week. So we're going to put this full screen. You can still hear Fonz and I as we play along with our quiz from Trivia Plaza. I'll give them 2 plugs now. We should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could always give him another one. Could give him another one. Trivia Plaza. There you go.
Yay. Right. Okay. Let's play. Now the idea is we're given. Well, I'll show you. Oh,
I don't know who this could be. I don't know whose real name that is. Wow.
The thing is that I set this up before we go live.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
All right, okay.
There we go.
Oh, what is the birth name of this famous musician? Dusty Springfield. Was it Alicia Ogello Cook, Mary Isabel Catherine Bernadette O'Brien, Ella Maria Lani Yellick O'Connor, or Gaynor Hopkins?
Well said.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So which of those is the correct name of Dusty Springfield? I mean, she was first in the Springfields, and then she had a solo career, didn't she? And then she became
always thought her name was Springfield. So
well, the group was called the Springfields.
Yeah, I thought that was a family name. Obviously not.
No, so you're quite right. I mean, I'm watching for who's playing along with us here.
I've no. Do you actually know what the answer is?
I think I'm close, and Corinda's going for Alicia, and we're waiting for Kelly. And Kelly, no, we're still waiting for Kelly. Yeah, we've got that, Corinda. Yeah, we're just waiting for Kelly's vote. Yeah, I do know how this is. I think. Sorry, no, I can. There's one I can plump for. Yeah. And it rings distant memory bells. I'm not saying I know outright.
Those were the days.
No, that's Mary Hopkin. Even I know that.
It could have been her sister, Gaynor Hopkin.
Right. Okay. I'm going to close a few tabs down so we don't run across problems. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to. with apology. Oh, wait a minute. Kelly's vote's in.
O'Brien.
Yeah. And I'm going to go with Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for Mary Isabel Catherine Bernadette O'Brien.
Yeah, you're
Thank you,
right.
Kelly. We're off to a good start.
I wouldn't have known that.
Okay. Nina Simone.
I could
artist.
lie and say I did know that, but I didn't.
No. Nina Simone was Eunice Kathleen Wayman, Stacey Ann Ferguson, Virginia Patterson Hensley, or the Donna Adrian Gaines.
Don't know this one, no.
Oh, good. Adrian's a boy's name.
No,
Is it both? Is it?
I don't know. No, Adriana or something. It's a female version.
Well, Adrian.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm clueless on this one. So, Corinda, Kelly, help! Because none of those rings a bell. I mean, Nina Simone is an artist. I enjoy listening to music.
Soul. She's soul artist, isn't she?
That's right. She's got, and jazz. She's got some classic songs. I mean, if you
I know. Actually, I'm trying to think. You know, you get that mind block of what her songs are. I know who she is. I just can't remember any songs by her.
Kelly's going for Ferguson.
That's who I would have said.
Right. Okay. So let's go for it, and we'll go for Stacey Ann Ferguson.
Oh, it's wrong. No, we'd have both been wrong, but that's who I'd have gone with.
Right. Okay.
Babyface. Who's Babyface?
I don't know. Kenneth Edmonds, Walden Robert Casotto, Paul Francis Gadd, or Leslie Sebastian Charles. I'm amazed that Paul Francis Gadd is actually in there. Okay. But I don't know the artist. I mean, if you don't know the artist, how can you possibly get close to know who it is? No,
I've got no idea. Never heard of them.
No, I've never heard. It's obviously.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna look up quickly who they are. That's American singer, songwriter.
Okay.
From 1974 to the present.
Okay.
So I don't know what songs. R&B and New Jack Swing. Done some acting. Was in The Prince of Egypt.
Right.
See what songs he's got that we might know. He's worked with Bobby Brown, Pebbles, whoever that is, The Whisperer. No, that's right. He's worked on Motown Records. Studio albums. Lovers, Tender Lover, For the Call in You. Done a few studio albums.
Okay. All right. If you're watching us live, thank you. This is Stephen and Fonz. We are still here, and this is our music trivia quiz where you have to say the real name of the artist that's featured on screen. Fonz and I are struggling at the moment. Fonz is on Wikipedia. That's not helping at all.
No,
because we don't.
I just know what he looks like now. That's about it.
Kelly's going with Edmonds. We've got to run. Goodbye. Take care, Kelly. See you later. Have a good day. Okay.
Good day. No, I've got no idea.
So let's go with Edmonds then.
Yeah, I think they're both saying Edmonds.
All right. Okay. Well done, Corinda. Well done, Kelly.
Dean Martin. Yeah,
Dean Martin. Dino, Paul Crocetti, Richard David James, David Johansson, Anthony Dominic Benedetto.
I'm glad that you get to say the names. That's one job I don't want. Because half of them I probably couldn't pronounce.
Well, yeah. So anybody in the audience, if you've got an idea of Dean Martin's real name, then please do help us. Your help is needed.
I've got an idea, but it might be wrong.
Okay. It doesn't matter. We're playing for fun. Last week we got 8 out of 10, but that's not pressure.
Under pressure. Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury's not on there this week.
All right, Corinda, what do you think? And Corinda's going with David Johnson. Shall we, Johansson? Shall we go with that too?
Yeah, I would have gone Dino.
Right. Okay. Let's find out, Corinda. Oh,
See.
sorry, Fonz. My
That's
fault.
all right.
All right. Okay. More up to date now. Adelaide, Robin. What's the dots in there for? They've got somebody else setting up the questions, and they want to make it confusing for the people reading them.
I think that Adele, that is her name, like Robin Adele Fenty.
Ah,
Adele.
Thank you, Fonz.
Amelia Kelly. I think that's what I'm just guessing, but that's what I think.
Right. Okay. A nice one. Yes. Now I understand. So Robin Adele Fenty, Adele Kathleen Wayman, Adele Amelia Kelly, or Adele Laurie Blue Adkins.
No idea.
No, none at all. None at all. Other than
actually, I've got a guess. I've got a guess. Shall I say what my guess is?
Go on then.
The Kelly one.
There's second on the left hand side. Okay, well I'm going to go with not Laurie Blue. I'm going to go with Kathleen. Corinda, it's your decision. Where do we go? And Corinda guesses. We're just waiting for Corinda's guess to come in. Everybody else watching live, if you type it in the comments, we'll see it and we'll feature it on screen as we try to get 8 out of 10. That's not going to happen this week. And Corinda's going with Laurie Blue Adkins. Okay, Fonz, which way do you want to go? Where shall we go?
Kelly.
Ah!
He was right.
Apologies, Corinda. You would have been batting 2 out of 2 then. Okay. What is the birth name of this famous musician, Dido? Robin, I know what is going on now. Robin Dido Fenty, Eunice Kathleen Wayman, just heard those. Florian Cloud de Bonnevial Armstrong, and Priscilla Maria Veronica White. Well, Priscilla White is Mrs. Presley.
Yeah, Priscilla Presley.
Yeah.
So it can't be that one.
Can't be that one, no. So we managed to eliminate one to help you. Actually recognize one. That's that's good. That is good. So what is the birth name of this famous musician, Dido? Was it Robin Dido Fenty, Eunice Kathleen Wayman, Florian Cloud de Bun? I'm not going to get that. Bonneville Vale.
That's the one
Armstrong, or Priscilla Maria Veronica White, who we've already decided is Mrs. Presley.
You know why he's picked that one? Because you got to read it out.
Okay. Corinda is saying Florian Cloud de Bonneville Vial, or Mally Armstrong. Or Mally Armstrong.
So he obviously knows that there's more to it. So we're going to go with that one.
It does. Well, if that's the case, then shall we?
Definitely, because obviously he knows something. We
don't. Okay, question number 7. Shania Twain.
That don't impress me much.
Nice one. Eileen Regina Edwards, Norma Dolores Eggstrom, Stacey Ann Ferguson, who we've had before, and we know it can't be Florian Cloud. They've just put this on here, so I've got to say it again.
Yep.
Florian Cloud de Bonnevial Armstrong. Bonnevial. Okay, I've got over my fear of the name anyway. That's probably a good thing. And well done on the last one, Corinda.
I think I might know this one. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Ferguson. Everybody's gone silent. That must be wrong.
I don't know. I can't even guess. I don't know. I'm just hoping Corinda can actually help us out here by
Ferguson. Do you remember Ferguson video recorders and that?
Oh yeah,
Old
yeah.
top load.
Ferguson televisions. Yeah, I used to before I got into. Used to be an accountant. I was an accountant with a television hire company in the days when people used to rent their television sets and the white goods as well. And
Yeah.
I was in the head office controlling 6 shops. And
Wow.
of course, Ferguson used to actually go. Our boss, Jack Eglin, used to treat certain of his staff each year and take us down to London for the Radio and Television Awards. And we stayed at the Savoy. We stayed at Claridge's, and that was quite an experience to
Wow.
to actually be at Claridge's, and then to go to the radio show afterwards. Right. Okay, I can stop
That's
watching
cool.
now.
He's going with Edwards.
Is that your guess too?
No, it was Ferguson.
Right.
We go with him because he seems to get more right than me. Let's see.
Right.
Wise
Okay.
move.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now a legend. A legend.
No, that you got the wrong Elvis. You're thinking Presley.
No. I'm thinking Elvis Costello. What is the birth name of this famous musician, Elvis Costello? Is it Richard Melville Hall, Ernest Evans, Kenneth Edmonds, or Declan Patrick McManus?
Was Mick McManus when he a wrestler?
He was a wrestler, yeah. And Jackie Pallo, around about the same era.
Yeah.
And Corinda knows of both of them.
Good days of wrestling they were.
Yeah. No, I'm torn. Yeah, I'm torn. That's when it was real, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Or realish.
Well, real is more real than what it is now.
Yeah, it's partly rehearsed now, isn't it?
Partly, completely.
Well, no, when they fall and
oh yeah, that is still they're athletes, so they're trained to do that. But they can have mistakes and break their neck and legs and arms and all that. Yeah. So there is still a risk, but they know. I think the only thing that they know really at the beginning is who's going to win.
Yeah.
And the way that they pan it out is, do you know what I mean? Just bouncing off each other. That they decide a few bits and then work with that.
I'm going to go and just put one word in there. Allegedly, right? But yeah, I agree. And we're giving a chance to Corinda, and Corinda is plumping for Declan Patrick McManus. That rings a bell with me, Fonz. What about you?
Yeah, does me as well, yeah.
Okay, and number 9
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. What is the birth name of this musician? Kid Rock. Hi, Anthony Craig III. Robert James Ritchie.
Did you just say hi?
You. Sorry. Sorry.
He probably was high.
You
at one point.
Anthony Craig III. Robert James Ritchie, Quentin Leo Cook, or Kenneth Edmonds. I did just say hi. I misread it. You should never glance at things. You should actually read them out, shouldn't you?
Yeah. No, I just thought you meant that he was high.
The Honourable Anthony Craig III.
3, eh? Because they don't do juniors and seniors in America, do they? They do the 1, 2s, 3s, and the 4s.
Yeah.
It's like a movie.
Oh, we had Henry VIII, didn't we?
Yeah, but when royalty we do.
Yeah.
But when it's like juniors and seniors, isn't it? Here, I think.
To everybody watching live, thank you. If you want to take your guess at the answer, or if you know the answer, then please do type it in the comments and we'll show it on screen. We're currently scoring 5 out of 8. It would be nice to get 7 out of 10, is all I'm saying.
We're hoping.
We're hoping, yeah. Depends on this one. I don't have a clue, as usual.
Nor do I. I'm going to go Kenneth Edmonds.
All right. Okay. I'll wait for Corinda to. We've got a delay between our being here and it being live on Facebook, so we've got to wait for the comments to come in. Just a reminder: what is the birth name of this famous musician? Kid Rock is the musician, and it's you, Anthony Craig III. Robert James Ritchie, Quentin Leo Cook, or Kenneth Edmonds, which is Fonz's choice. And we know Corinda. Corinda's gone.
It is there somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably having a hard think about what it could be.
It is. Okay, we've only got one question left after this. I'm hoping. I don't think we've got Corinda. I think we've lost Corinda.
Should we go for Kenneth Edmonds?
Kenneth Edmonds then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
No, it's wrong.
It was Robert James Ritchie.
I would have never guessed that.
Okay, and our final question this week is: what is the birth name of this famous musician? Musician is Bruno Mars, and I'm now going to read the names carefully. Quentin Leo Cook, Saul Hudson, Peter Jean Hernandez, Richard Stephen Valenzuela. All right, this is coming more up to date, isn't it?
Yeah, still don't know though.
Well, neither do I. Perhaps people playing along on the podcast are actually doing better. Tell you what, though, the podcast last week was the most popular podcast on the channel last week.
Really? Wow.
Yep. We got into double figures on downloads, and that was on the first episode. So this week, because we're not just live on Facebook as we are now and YouTube. After this show, what happens to this, and this is why it's important you get your name on here, because in addition to going to Facebook and YouTube, after this show, the audio from this show goes as a podcast, and then it goes on to United World Radio, the home of music and podcasts, owned by myself and Fonz, or Fonz and me, and it will get played there as well. Okay, so we haven't a clue of it, Fonz. What we're going to do?
Saul Hudson.
Right. Okay. I have no reason to disbelieve that.
It's wrong.
The correct answer is Peter Jean Hernandez, and this week, we've got an F.
That's bad.
Yeah,
Even says bad.
We're gonna have to pick something different next week.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If I press that again button now, I don't think we would do much better, because that was hard. We hadn't heard of some of the artists, and there's some unpronounceable names there as well, including Hi. Who will forever now be known as Hi on this show. Hi.
You're a bit high there.
Right. Okay. So that's the quiz.
I mean, in vocal range.
That's the quiz. And we look forward to doing a different quiz next week.
Definitely.
We'll have a lyrics quiz or something like that. There's always something. Trivia Plaza, thank you. That's the fourth time we mentioned them. They've got some wonderful quizzes on there. If you want to run a quiz night with 10 questions, multi-choice, then go to triviaplaza.co.uk.
That's 5 times.
That's 5 times, yeah. Okay.
Just waiting for the checks for the post now.
Including the URL. Okay. Now, right. 2 things I want to talk about. 2 things. On Thursdays, John Upton and I do a show called Inspired by InVideo. And it's a look at InVideo, which is a business video creation site, and quite probably the best one in the world for its price. It is absolutely amazing. The team in India are just so behind the ball, it's not true. And very, very good on support, very heavy on support. But this week is our 50th show.
Wow.
The time's just flown.
I remember the first show.
Yeah. Well, we've done, this is our 50th show this week. And as such, we've been invited to broadcast live into the official InVideo group.
Wow, that's cool.
And that's the only place we'll be going. is into the group. And so we are live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. on Thursday in the InVideo group. I'll drop a link afterwards. And we're just so chuffed by it. So chuffed. And John has got some news that he will announce on the show. And we have a special guest, although they're a very special guest. We can't actually say who they are. Well, we could.
Is it Elvis Presley?
That would be giving the game away. We've got to have some sort of suspense in there.
Is it Elvis Presley?
No, it's not. It's not Priscilla either. Yeah, I'm still. I don't know why Mr. Gaddy's in that quiz. I'll tell you, if you don't know who he is, I'll tell you afterwards.
Oh, I can.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we should tell them, let them know that they shouldn't really have his name in there. It's a sort of thank you for our using the quiz, I suppose. Right.
Yeah. So you had something else to say as well.
Yeah, I did. Building our community is being built as we are here today. And when I started, it had 1 member. We're now with our 20th member. And we're also talking about the live video production blueprint, which Joe Shepherd has put together. And we will be talking about that and producing the blueprint in the coming weeks. But if you want to change, if you want a breath of fresh air, if you want somewhere where there's no adverts, if you want somewhere you can actually chat with your friends, where you can have a private group where nobody will disturb you, then you're welcome to join Building Our Community. And
no random photos of people's dinners, neither.
None of that. We don't have cats and dogs. We don't have photographs of people's dinners. We just have networking and project creation. We've got several projects going on there. We've got a forum over there for broadcasting to our community, which you can come and join, and then you'll know what we're up to. There's a United World Radio Forum. You can come and see Fonz and I in there, and you can find out how you can actually be on the radio.
Yeah, on the radio now.
Yeah, you can be on the radio.
That's going back some years for me. There used to be a bloke who did a radio show, Chuck Cash Show, and that was his jingle that he used to go when he started his show. It'd be Chuck Cash is on the radio now.
And you've remembered it, so it worked.
Yeah, definitely. I was a big fan of his show, but he got booted off. So there you go. He wasn't quite. I suppose he's very. How would you call it? Very on. He was like spitting image of radio, basically.
Okay. Have you seen the new spitting image?
I've seen bits on YouTube of it.
Yeah.
With the Donald Trump. Donald Trump's quite funny, and his friend Caroni.
Yeah. So now, do you remember? Do you remember this?
Yep, that was Fridays.
That's Fridays. Yeah.
It's now Mondays.
Well, the thing is, we tried it, and some things work and some things don't. And it was good.
Yeah,
when we enjoyed
that's the thing. You got to
it.
take the risk sometimes. Yeah, you got to take risks and try things. Yeah. Some things work, some things don't, and that's ones true. That don't, you try and forget about and wipe them from history.
Well, now that's what I call Friday will go down in history. It was a live show with Fonz and I, and a music room, and we played music we enjoy.
I think that's the problem. Some people just couldn't adapt to the music idea,
that's right. Yeah,
which is a shame, because I think if they did and they gave it a try, I think they would have enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try and get people in Building Our Community to actually join in to see what that happens there. Especially
with what's happening now, it's a good idea. You know, people. It was a very relaxing Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
When we used to do that, and you come out of that show and you think, ready for the weekend now.
Yep, that's it. So, All good. Right now, just a heads up. The 15th of October is Belive's 4th birthday.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw something when I signed in about 4
Yeah,
popping up on the screen.
that's it. So in 4 days' time, 3 days' time, sorry, which makes it 3 days' time,
Yeah.
there will be a special birthday celebration on Belive. I don't know what's going to happen, but it should be interesting. And as Fonz alluded to there, there's a post on the Belive Facebook page, and if you click it, you can enter to win some merchandise. And the merchandise is,
Sounds good to me.
I can give you an example. The merchandise looks, wait a minute, looks something like that.
Oh yeah, I saw you. I
Okay,
saw a
so there are
video of your cup.
t-shirts, there are cups, all to be won. Special edition, only 450 being given away. So you could have your own Belive mug. I've
Did they
never
put your name?
actually
Did
paid
they
for
put
it.
your name on it?
Sorry? Oh, they put the name on it, yeah.
Did they put your name on it?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
This
that's
is
cool.
right. So yeah, this is a genuine representation because this is one of the first ones that was actually done. So if you want some merchandise, tune in on be Thursday now, won't it? To find out what they're
Yep.
doing. Yeah. Okay. Now.
There was something I was going to mention about
Yeah.
this radio station. So people listening in, what shows we've got on there, just let you know because the shows are building. On Mondays at 10 a.m. is, I don't know if you know the people involved with that, Blabbing for Britain. And then at 11, we've got Simon Carney Sides, who was on Altogether now on the BBC with A Man With No Limits, talking with people about their challenges in life. Of course, he's in a wheelchair himself and talks about his own challenges. He's actually a world record holder as well. So, I mean, he's done a lot. So, amazing man. And then we got 7, Flashback. Brilliant show. Always tune into that. Well, most times I can. And then 8 o'clock Monday, it's Blast from the 80s. And then there's a guy called Stephen who does a music show at 9 o'clock on Mondays. It's worth checking out. On Tuesdays, it's us at 10 o'clock with this. So us talking now, basically. And at 11, it's the Pop Culture Cosmos show, which is all about sci-fi shows, computer games, stuff like that. Then it's Flashback at 7. Then at 8, it's a new show, the 50s R&B show, which is good. And then on to Wednesday, 10 o'clock, we've got the PCC Multiverse, which is the Pop Culture Cosmos show, but more in depth, looking at the topics that it does. Then we've got Direct from Muscle Shores, which is an indie show at 11. Flashback is on at 7, as always, through the week. Then at 8, we've got the Country Mile, so it's all about country. And then at 9 till 10, we've got 2 classic radio dramas, Suspense and The Sealed Book. Then the Blues Caf at 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Wow, a lot going on there.
Oh, yeah. It is.
On Thursdays, we got Us Again at 10, a second chance to hear. Then the Pop Culture Cosmos. And then we've got Flashback at 7. And then the Cat Flea Massacre show, which is a reggae show, which is brilliant. The guy that does it's brilliant. It's really top show. It really one of my all-time favorite shows. I shouldn't say. And then we got another chance to hear Blabbing for Britain on Friday at 10, and A Man With No Limits at 11, Flashback at 7 on Fridays, and then Essential House at 10 o'clock. We have nothing planned for Saturdays, just a jukebox at the moment, but that's growing. On Sundays, 11 o'clock, we have a 60s jukebox. So just from 11 till 2, non-stop 60s music in a jukebox. And then from 2 till 8, we have 70s and 80s jukebox. And then at Sunday, 8 o'clock, we have Sunday Motown. And at 10 o'clock, Love from Tony with Tony Lloyd. So they're the programs that we have.
It's a brilliant lineup.
And it's growing all the time. And basically the evenings are nearly filled up, and the daytime's starting to be filled up. And then we're going to move on to do the weekends, but it's all finding the place, and the listenerships is for a small little station is very good for a small little
Well, yeah, I
station.
mean,
It's more and more of a hobby. Really, it's more of just fun for us. Really, just enjoying doing it, and people do enjoy it. And of course, people can get involved and submit shows as well.
Yeah, and we'd like to see, we've our team has grown from 2 to 3 people this week, and we'd like to welcome Corinda.
Yeah, he's got on board and helping us, which is great. And more people would like to get involved, the better. Really, help it grow. We're not trying to be the next big thing. We're just trying to be something a bit different.
Corinda, and there's lots going to be happening coming weeks and months. Did you just see a 3-2-1 then?
Yeah.
So did I. I don't know what that means. I know it's either a good thing or a bad thing. Corinda, if you can still see and hear us, then please do say hello. If the show's come to an end, then nobody will hear what I'm saying now, so we can sort of take the gloves off and talk about what we want. But there's always the off chance that the broadcast is still going.
I'll check it and see.
Right.
While you're chatting, I'll have a check. I'll let you chat for a second. I'll check.
Okay. Right. Okay. So coming up tomorrow at 12 p.m., 5 p.m. in the UK, is my weekly show in the Belivers, which is live Q&A with Stephen. And that's one of my favorite shows of the week. Of course, this one's one of my favorite shows as well, but that particular show, hundreds of people actually tune in to watch it in the group, and I'm able to answer questions from Belive users around the globe. It's always good fun. It's a high energy show. It certainly gets me buzzing and the people watching as well. So that's 12 p.m. tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK. I'm live in the Belivers group with my regular weekly show. And I'm looking forward to the fact that I will be having a new show in the group. And this is a Belive show. I don't know what's going to happen yet. I haven't been told. But as soon as I know, I'll let you know. It is Belive's birthday on Thursday, so get ready for that. And broadcasts throughout the day. I don't, well, it's under wraps at the moment. And also under wraps are a lot of enhancements to Belive, which will be released in this quarter. That's all I can say.
There you go. And we are still live.
Right, good. Well, perhaps as well we didn't start anything, talking about anything untoward. No,
well, we've got nothing to talk about anyway, like that. So we wouldn't have a problem anyway.
No.
Just about crazy ideas. That's all people.
Indeed. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, what are your plans in relation to Cambridge Historian and the group? The group's going well.
Yeah. It's in recent months, work has been piling up with things to do, and it's been a bit overwhelming, especially with the radio station and stuff. It's been a bit overwhelming, and I was involved with a lot of third-party groups and stuff, so I've had to take a step back from them because health comes first. So when it comes to history, I'm just focusing on my own brand at the moment, the Cambridge Historian, and people are welcome to share wherever they like my stuff. So people have seen less of me, so I don't know if that's a good thing. Seen less of me for a little while because I've got a second book which I'm writing.
I was just about to say, you're busy working on book 2. Yeah,
that's I think we've got got pre-release for it for people to release a copy, get hold of a copy, is the end of October. So the end of this month. So you'll be able to pre-order a copy from the end of this month.
That's excellent timing, because that's time for Christmas gifts.
Yeah, but it doesn't come out till after Christmas.
Well, no, but you can pre-order it. You can say, there's your Christmas gift.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then that comes out early next year.
Right.
And then it's on to the third one in the series. So there's no stopping that. So I've got that to do, and then I'm sorting through thousands of photos, other stuff. It's just other bits that I'm doing behind the scenes. I just haven't got the time like I used to. So it's good. I'm on demand, which is good. But it does mean taking a step back in a few things. So hopefully people understand why.
Totally. Okay, we're good. And we've got to polish up our knowledge for next week's quiz, Fonz, because 5 out of 10 ain't bad, but it ain't good.
It's down the middle, isn't it? We'll have to do a different topic next week.
We will. We'll choose a different topic. To everybody who's listening to the podcast of Broadcasting to Our Community, thank you.
Thank you.
Are grateful for your support.
If you're listening on the radio station tomorrow, thank you for listening. It's of course not tomorrow, it's now, because you're listening to it now. But you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, indeed. I mean, this is the whole key to doing live video. You can repurpose it afterwards, not necessarily as video. As we said, this is repurposed as audio on the radio, the United World Radio, and also on my podcast, and also by the wonders of Podbean, it's a video with audio as well. Do you know I get more people watching the video on YouTube than listen to the podcast? That's weird.
Really?
That's
but my YouTube, I haven't, because I've been busy doing stuff. I haven't really been on my YouTube, and I couldn't believe it. I started putting a few new things on YouTube, so I've got tons of stuff that I've still got to add to it. Yeah. And I looked at one of my videos, and one of the very first things that I colorized was the very first episode of On the Buses, and I hadn't quite got the idea of the software, and I admittedly got some of the colors wrong, and I thought, well, I'll just stick it up anyway. And put it up, and looking at it yesterday when I started putting some more videos, 72,000 people have watched it.
Wow.
Like I was like,
wow.
Like 72,000.
That's awesome.
But I thought it was pretty, one of my early colouring jobs, and I thought it was pretty crap. But
right place, right time.
What's that?
Right place, right time.
Yeah. So,
being in the right place at the right time. So people searching from the buses have found it.
Yeah. So although it wasn't one of my best colouring works, people nice comments they've put on there saying it's a good job and that.
Brilliant.
So it's inspired me to do some more colouring work now as well.
It's that time. Fonz, it's over to you.
Yeah, no, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Well, by what you were saying about the amount of people who downloaded it, people have been enjoying last week's show. So hopefully you enjoy this one too. And we'll be back. Same time, same place, same channels, as Batman would say.
He would, indeed. Bye for now. Take care.
Bye.